Right, let's dive straight into this explainer. I want you to immediately picture the scene, dropping right into a freezing autumn night on the vast, completely unforgiving expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The water is pitch black, the air is biting cold, and cutting through all this darkness is a massive cargo ship known as the Sea Horizon. It's a modern vessel out on the open water, just going about its journey. But, as you'll see, this isn't a normal journey at all. Today we're exploring an event that completely defies logic, a story that starts out as a routine voyage and rapidly, terrifyingly, descends into the absolute unknown.
It's exactly 2:13 a.m., and the silence of the night is suddenly shattered by a desperate distress call from the ship. We're surrounded by thick fog, our compass is spinning, we can't explain what's happening. I mean, just imagine being on that bridge. A compass spinning wildly, that means a complete loss of orientation. The fog is so thick it's literally blinding them. And the crew, these are highly experienced sailors, are openly admitting they have absolutely no idea what is happening around them. And then, mere moments later, the transmission just violently cuts out to a burst of static. And after that static, absolute chilling silence.
27. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the mystery of a vanishing ship and forget the real human cost here. There were 27 crew members on board the Sea Horizon when that static hit. 27 lives, all sailing through that freezing autumn night. When the ship completely vanished into the silence, it took every single one of those souls with it. So the stakes of this story aren't just about a lost piece of metal, right? It's about 27 people who were swallowed by the ocean in the blink of an eye.
Section 1. Vanished without a trace. No warning given.
The entire narrative of this story hinges on that 2:13 a.m. marker. Just hours after that call, rapid response rescue teams arrived at the exact last known coordinates, to an entirely empty ocean. They were fully expecting to find a disaster zone, floating wreckage, deployed lifeboats, or at the very least, an oil spill marking where the vessel sank. But there was nothing. Days turned into weeks, and advanced searches found absolutely zero trace. And then, years later, the story shifts completely, and these eerie ghost ship sightings actually begin.
Section 2. The massive search effort. Thousands of miles.
No debris, no bodies, no emergency beacon. When a ship of that sheer size goes down, it leaves a huge footprint on the ocean. Cargo floats, debris fields stretch for miles, and automated emergency beacons, they're specifically designed to detach and broadcast a location even if the ship sinks incredibly fast. But here, literally nothing. The complete and utter lack of physical evidence is totally baffling. It was as if this massive cargo ship and its entire crew had just never even existed in the first place.
Section 3. The Dead Ends. A theoretical puzzle.
So, with the physical search totally exhausted, investigators obviously turned to the usual suspects. Pirates? Highly unlikely in that specific region and weather, plus there was never any ransom demand. Storms? Well, the seas were rough for sure, but nowhere near severe enough to instantaneously obliterate a modern cargo ship without a single trace. Mechanical failure? Actually, even a catastrophic engine explosion would leave floating debris. Human error? I mean, it's possible. But how does human error result in the ship's emergency beacon failing to activate while simultaneously leaving absolutely no wreckage? Investigators rigorously combed through every single one of these possibilities. But the undeniable truth was that none of the evidence, or rather the total lack of it, fit the mystery.
Section 4. Birth of a Ghost Ship, an Enduring Legend.
This is where the legacy of the Sea Horizon splits in two. On one side, you have scientists looking at the hard data. They see nothing, so they dismiss the stories as mere illusions. Maybe just tricks of the light on the water. But on the other side, fishermen began reporting sightings. Years later, they claimed to see a ghostly cargo ship drifting silently through dense fog, only for it to completely disappear again within seconds. Some even claim that on really quiet nights, they can hear faint radio voices calling out for help from the darkness. It's this incredibly unsettling clash between cold, hard scientific logic and these eerie, enduring human stories.
So, why should this story matter to us today? Because somewhere out there, beyond the dense fog, the truth may still be waiting. Think about it. We live in an era of constant satellite surveillance and total global connectivity. Yet even in our hyper-modern world, massive things can still completely vanish. The legends refuse to die because the human mind just can't accept a complete void. The disappearance of the Sea Horizon remains one of the ocean's greatest unsolved mysteries, and honestly, it's a deeply humbling reminder of the sheer power and unknowable vastness of the natural world.
So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. We've got the desperate final transmission, we have the wildly spinning compass,
We have the massive, entirely fruitless search, and we have these lingering legends out in the fog. Looking at this entire story and the staggering lack of evidence, what do you think happened to the ship? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning the unknown.